Hey everybody, welcome. This is Paul Flynn, MegiddoFilms.org for the 23rd of November 2015. A news article from today's Belfast Telegraph talks about the DUP minister defends a £3,500 grant to festival which shows play of Jesus as transgender. Now, this story is worse than it actually appears. Actually, when you learn that the DUP minister, who is an elder in a Free Presbyterian congregation in Ballymoney. Now, it's kind of sad what's happening in Northern Ireland. Many profess to be Protestants, but in fact are not. I don't know much about this man. I'm just going to read some of the comments from this article. The article says the Gospel of Jesus, Queen of Heaven, was part of the Outburst Queer Arts Festival. The festival was financially supported by the Department for Social Development and rewarded £3,500. The Social Development Minister Mervyn Storey is a member of Caleb, a small biblical fundamentalist pressure group. Responding to a question from TUV leader Jim Allister, Mr. Storey defended the decision to award funding. And what's astonishing is he's not just professing, Mervyn Storey, to be a Christian. He is a member, this is him here, a member of the session, which is he's one of the elders of Hebron Free Presbyterian Church, Ballymoney. The session, for those who are not aware of Presbyterian Church Government, is all the elders, and they make up the kind of ruling body, and they each have equal power. Above that, and you have the presbytery, and then above that, you have the synod. So this man is in church government. He is in church leadership. Now, the issue about him, should he be in state government, for another day, but the fact that, and he has been, listen to what he says here. Now, he's been criticized by Jim Allister here. I don't know much about Jim Allister, but listen to what Mervyn Storey says. The Outburst Arts Festival made an application for funding from the Belfast City Centre event grand scheme for a festival that is running from November 13th to 21st, 2015, with events taking place in various venues across the city. The application was assessed by developmental officials against secretary, and official funding was made. The grant was not specific to any particular event in the program. Within the festival program. However, Mr. Allison questioned the allocation of funds squared with Mr. Storey's religious beliefs. I do note this is money from the department which Mr. Storey is the minister of. He's a minister in government. Look, this man claims to be a Christian, and we are told, Romans 13, those who serve in government are ministers of God. And what is in this film? Now, look at it. It is a play portraying Jesus as a transgender woman. Now, even if it's just a man with long hair, it's still blasphemous. We know from Deuteronomy chapter 4, verses 12 to 16, that no similitude. I'll read Deuteronomy chapter 4, verses 12 to 16. And the Lord spake unto you out of the midst of the fire. Ye heard no voice. You heard the voice of the words, but saw no similitude, no likeness. But ye heard a voice. So all they heard is a voice. They saw no likeness of God. Verse 13, and he declared unto you his covenant, which he commanded you to perform, even 10 commandments, and he wrote them upon 2 tables of stone. And the Lord commanded me at that time to teach you statutes and judgments, that you might do them in the land whither ye go out to possess it. Take ye therefore good heed unto yourselves, for ye saw no manner of similitude. And the day that the Lord spake unto you in Horeb out of the midst of the fire. Verse 16 explains why. Lest ye corrupt yourselves, and make you a graven image, and a similitude of any figure, the likeness of male or female, it is a violation, any representation of the Godhead. From the imagination of man's heart, that's all it comes from, is a violation of the second command, which says, thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image. And that is not just talking about carving. That is talking about worship of God, using our imaginations. And this man is on the session of the Free Presbyterian Church of Ballymoney. I mean, beggars belief. And not only that, he is defending the decision. I am not against Christians being in government, but if you are going to be in government, you stand on the gospel. You stand on the truth. We will be held accountable to this. And sadly, I don't know if this is an isolation, but sadly, the era of compromise is around us, and this is disgusting. You may grow up in an area. I mean, if you look at the United States, you look at Northern Ireland, you may grow up in a Christian family. It doesn't make you a Christian. Are you born again? Are you born of the Spirit? Do you hate the things that Jesus hates? Blasphemy, violations of the law of God. Or do you love the world? Do you love God? Do you keep His commandments? The Bible promises, in the midst of the 10 Commandments, when God's giving it to Moses, He says, and showing mercy, verse 6 in Exodus chapter 20, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. Does that describe you? Or have you no problem with this at all? May God bless you all. Talk to you again soon.